Okay.
Hi guys, welcome to calligraphy. So today we're going to learn brush pen calligraphy. It's really fun and it's easy. And it helps you learn later if you want to do ink calligraphy. This is like basic for that. I just love doing this. So you have one side, you have brush. You can open that up. Look at that. It's really flexible. That's how you get thick and thin strokes by its flexibleness. Other side you have just kind of a normal marker. You can do like accent words. Like this is done with the other side, the little words. So I like that too. Do you have a worksheet ready?
Yeah.
So when you write with your pen, you want to, you don't want to go straight up and down. That will kind of ruin the tip. If you go to the side like this, that's the best. And
So like it's usually like a 45-degree angle from the paper. And you can hold it how you hold like a normal pen or pencil, but you're gonna want to hold like closer to the tip for like more control when you're first learning. Such a closer to the hold. Okay. So does everyone have a worksheet? Okay. Okay.
so get your worksheet out and start on that first.
We're going to start with like down strokes. So on all of those thick ones, you're going to go down. And don't be scared to push really hard with your brush to get like the whole thing, like the whole side of it. You don't want to like push down and make it thick like that. Like use it sideways.
Yeah, so you can see my pen, it kind of bends and does the thick stroke.
I don't have a worksheet.
But you don't have a worksheet?
Oh,
We'll give you a worksheet.
And you can turn your
Yeah, it's better for you to turn your
hands
finger.
up.
Oh.
And like your pen will kind of like make a sound, or your brush will. Like you'll hear it like dragging on the page, but when you're going like down strokes, it's okay to hear that.
Good, so let's move on to the upstrokes. Upstrokes, you go up, obviously. It's really light pressure. She will show you.
Yeah.
Show them a upstroke.
So like on these, you're like it won't feel like your pen is really on the page, and it might like skip a little bit, meaning like you won't be able to see in certain parts, but you can just go over it again.
Yeah, so try to make a really thin line.
Like it won't feel like it's even touching the page anymore. So.
It's very light.
And make it as deliberate as possible. Like don't just swipe up and expect it. Like make the lines look like endings, if that makes sense.
Yep, you can go back and do it again if you want. Run out of space. Nice. Might help you a little to hold it a little closer. It helps me. And you'll want to use the other side of your pen right now. So you don't have to switch your pen.
Yeah, usually upstrokes are the hardest part of calligraphy.
Yeah, you guys are doing good though. Okay, mid lines are like so if you cross a T or if you're on an E like here.
Any sideways lines, so we have like up, down, and then like sideways.
Yeah.
So those are like medium pressure. Like you push harder than you do on the upstrokes, but not as hard as on the downstrokes. It's kind of like
Yeah, those are pretty
confusing. They're really easy. You kind of just
little bit faster so you get more of the line.
Do you want to do the coils, Sarah? The coils.
You guys got any questions? Are you ready to move on? Yes. Okay, so the coils is when you combine what we just did. So here's the downstroke, it's very thick, here's the upstroke, it's really light. So you can just start on the part that they've already done for you, just try to trace it, do a really thin upstroke, and then a thick downstroke, press down. So light up, hard down. You can say that in your head. Helps me. And then you can do it below and on the next page. You can even hear my pen kind of scrape that happens on the downstroke. Don't be afraid to press hard. If your pen is at the right angle, it won't ruin your tip. If you do too straight up, it can hurt your tip.
When you're doing upstrokes, it's easier too if you can pick it up more because you're not pressing it all. So when you're doing downstrokes, you want it more at an angle, and then if it helps to do upstrokes more straight up and down, more vertical, then you can try that. And then if you finish the first line on the second page, there's another thing you can do here. Sarah will do it. It's just like the coils, but instead of doing circles, you're just going to go like straight up and down.
Yeah, you want to practice these a lot before you do the letters.
Both of these help you with your midlines too. They kind of just come, midlines usually come unintentionally.
So when you run out of space, you can turn your page over and keep practicing. I even just do whole pages of these, like board in class. It's like really relaxing for me.
It really
I just
is.
do a whole page and
Like Sarah and I would do it after ASL tests because we sat next to each other, so we just sit there doing them after tests together.
like ends of school you don't do much, but it can be good. Yeah, so try those up and down ones too.
And if you look at like Sarah's, the one she did, you'll see that like it will naturally, like once you start doing it, like once you get used to it, your pen, do you see how it like naturally gets lighter around like the ends where she curves? Like that's what your brush will start to do once you get used to it, and once you get used to the strokes.
Good. Yeah, so turn your paper over if you want to keep practicing that. We're going to move on to letters. Nice.
So you really want to get used to like your coils and your ups and downs just because they'll help you with the letters. So you guys can move on to the letters when you're ready. If you don't know like how they like wrote the letter, just remember like downstrokes are thick, so if it's thick, go down on that stroke.
So first, if you're ready on letters, you can keep doing coils. I do those for a long time before I start on letters. You can just trace over the letter and then do it below. And it's just the same thing you've been doing in just letter shapes. Guys have any questions about the letters? Just to trace them. If you don't like how they wrote a letter, you can do different style.
A big part of calligraphy is like just being creative and doing your own thing. So you can like make up a letter if you don't like the one they have.